Shakur Stevenson calls out Lomachenko to fight in 2024. Now, it's a complete clown move from Shakur Stevenson, and I'll tell you why. Because his last performance was absolutely trash. Matter of fact, let's talk about their latest performances to see who's going to win this fight. Now, let's start off with Shakur Stevenson, in which he fought Yoshino, in which he dropped him in round 2.
Meeting him with the straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown!
And then dropped him again in round 4.
Range, he will take some shots. He will.
And then Shakur Stevenson went on to put more punishment on Yoshino, in which the ref seen enough and stopped the fight in round 6.
Yoshino, even in some of his biggest wins, have taken punishment. That is another shot.
Now let me talk about his latest performance, in which it was against Edwin de los Santos, in which it was a complete snooze fest, put everybody to sleep in the whole crowd and everybody watching, in which Shakur Stevenson did win the fight, but lost all of his credibility in the process. Now let's talk about Lomachenko's latest performances, in which he fought Jaime Ortiz, in which he rocked him in round 3.
Loma gets him.
And then completely outlanded him and completely outboxed him throughout the whole fight and won by decision.
And new NABF lightweight champion, Vasily Loma.
Now Lomachenko then went on to fight Devin Haney. Now again, I really thought that Lomachenko got robbed in this fight. I completely believe that Lomachenko was controlling the whole fight and landed way more combinations than Devin Haney. But ultimately, Devin Haney did win by decision.
And still undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
Now, it's still not super clear if Shakur Stevenson is ever going to get this fight with Lomachenko. And the reason I say this is because this isn't the first time that Shakur Stevenson has called out Lomachenko for a fight. Shakur Stevenson has called out Lomachenko so many different times, even saying things like Lomachenko rather prefer retiring than to give him a fight. In which Lomachenko has actually responded to him in the past by saying that he's not interested in giving him the fight because he still has unfinished business with Devin Haney, which makes a lot of sense. Now, Shakur Stevenson could want to fight Lomachenko since he knows that Devin Haney just vacated the belts at 135 to go up to 140. So not only would he be fighting for the belts, but he will also be proving to everybody how good he truly is by beating Lomachenko. And which, to be honest, this really doesn't prove anything. Yes, he might be Lomachenko, but at the same time, it really doesn't mean anything because Lomachenko already has 3 losses and is 35 years old. And if anything, this might even expose Shakur Stevenson, as Lomachenko is known to be so crafty that he makes everybody look bad and exposes everybody, as we've seen he exposed Devin Haney. But in the end, who comes out on top? Well, it has to be Shakur Stevenson, and it better be Shakur Stevenson because if he loses, then all credibility is lost the same way he lost credibility against Edwin de los Santos, which would be really bad for him because if he ever tries to pick and call fights like against Gervonta Davis or Devin Haney, he'll have no power in the negotiations and there'll be no hype around his name when them fights happen.